Hi friends, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jada. Hope you're having a great day. Nice to meet you. Wonderful. Today's video is pretty much straightforward. So yesterday I was in the city, I was in Manhattan, and I went to a bookstore called BookCulture. It is on 112th Street, I believe. I will be wrong. I will put the actual address in the description and on the screen. It is a very, very cute bookstore. It's not super big like the Strand. I've been to the Strand before, but it's a lot smaller, 2 stories, super cute, super nice. Everybody there was super nice, and it wasn't super crowded. The store was very, very organized, which I loved. But they were having a sale that they do sporadically throughout the year. This is the second time I've seen them do it, and this was the first time I was able to go. It was a kind of like BYOB, bring your own bag. Or you could buy a tote bag there, fill as many books as you can inside of that tote bag, and you will get them for $21. As many books as you can in a bag for $21. That's a steal. That's a steal in my opinion. So I took advantage of it. And these are some of the books I got. I will be going through all of these books with you guys, telling you what I got at the sale, what I didn't get at the sale, and then I also went to Target on Saturday because I can't help myself, and I got some stuff from there. So I'll just jump right in, tell you what I got from Target on Saturday, then what I got at the sale on Sunday, and then what I didn't get at the sale on Sunday, what I got regular price. But even the regular priced books was not bad. This is the entire stack that I got from BookCulture yesterday, and I only paid $56 for all of these books. How many books here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 books for $56. So we'll get into those. I'm just gonna go through the books I got at Target really quick, just because there's only 2 of them. I love Target. The first book that I did pick up was, I have to take these stickers off. Oh my goodness. This is The Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Lynn Tan. I mainly picked this up because I keep seeing it and the cover is absolutely outstanding. Can you see it? Are you gonna focus? Look at that. That's amazing. This is probably the most gorgeous cover I have on here. I also have Light Lark up there, but Light Lark is an amazing cover. I'm obsessed with it. I will read you, this is book 1 of the Celestial Kingdom duology, so I don't know what book 2 is. Oh wait, look at the inside. Oh, gorgeous. I'm trying to read more books by people of color, obviously. So for example, Ana Huang is one of my favorites. I've been reading King of Pride by Ana Huang. I love Ana Huang. I will, if she writes it, I'm gonna read it. That's just the way this relationship works. Anna, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but I love you, babe. So yeah, she is Lynn Tan writes fantasy inspired by the myths and legends she fell in love with as a child. Born in Malaysia, she studied in London and France, before settling in Hong Kong with her family. She's a thick girl, but we'll get over it. So if I'm not going to read too much of the synopses because we have a lot of books to get through, but I'll just read a quick sentence. A captivating and romantic debut fantasy inspired by the legend of Chang'e. I want to say Chang'e. I will put it on the screen. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. The Chinese moon goddess, in which a young woman's quest to free her mother pits her against the most powerful immortal in the realm. Are you joking? Sign me up. Sign me up. I love Greek mythology. One of my favorite books that I read when I was 13 was Percy Jackson. So give me some Chinese mythology. Give me some Chinese mythology and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The next book that I got was solely inspired by Rainy Days Library. I will link the video that I watched down below that made me want to read this book. It is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. I'm sorry, I have to take these stickers off, but my nails are not letting me, so I will have someone else do that. And I did find the paperback, which is Super exciting. Yesterday when I went to the store, I only got 2 hardcovers, which is wonderful. I'm trying to live up to the name of being a paperback girly. I love paperback. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got this book because Desiree in her video was crying, and if a book can make me cry, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't know what this book is about. Let's see. In a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. I'm here for it. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes again. It's giving fantasy. It's giving time traveler. I'm so here for this. I know V.E. Schwab has some really, really, really popular books, so I'm really excited to get into those. But let's see how I feel about this one first. Next, I'm going to go over the books that I got at BookCulture that were not a part of the bring your own bag $20 sale thingamajig. American Psycho by Easton Ellis. I want to read this just because I love the movie American Psycho with Christian Bale. I believe it's Christian Bale. I could be 100% wrong. I will fact check myself later. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it for you, but you should definitely watch it because that movie's crazy. Christian Bale is basically like Wall Street, Manhattan man by day, murderer by night. That's it. That's really all I can tell you without spoiling the rest of it. So I highly recommend you watch the movie and read the book. I'm gonna read the book. I'll let you know what I think about it when I'm done with it. Okay, the second book that I picked up was Anil's Ghost by Michael Ondaatje. I want to say that's how you pronounce it. This one is a little bit more historical fiction. I want to say it's fiction. It could be fiction. I could be wrong actually. What follows is a story about love, family, identity, and the unknown enemy, and a request to unlock the hidden past. A story propelled by riveting mystery. I love mystery. I love it. And it doesn't take place in the US, which is kind of like, you know, oh, we get to learn about a new country. I love to learn about new countries. So, I'm excited about this. I've never heard of this, which is fun. Actually, I've never heard of a lot of these books. I'm trying to read more books that I'm not being influenced into reading, other than my own influence, minus this one. Minus this one, okay? Don't come for me. So that's this one, and I think the cover is pretty. This one, the Giller Prize and the Governor General's Literary Award for Fiction. It is fiction, and the Prix Médicis in France. Okay, fancy. The next book I picked up was Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. Girl in Pieces. Charlotte Davis is in pieces. A 17-year-old. At 17, she's already lost more than most people do in a lifetime, but she's learned how to forget. The broken glass washes away the sorrow until there is nothing but calm. You don't have to think about your father and the river, your best friend who is gone forever, or your mother who has nothing left to give you. I'm all for trauma. I'm sorry. I like to read about trauma. I think it's the secret psychologist in me that likes to fix people. So this was Girl in Pieces by Kathleen. I'm super excited to read this. I know people have read it and said it made them bawl their eyes out, but we'll see. We'll see what my opinions are. Let's see if I can get her going. And then the last book that I picked up that was not a part of the sale is Girl Interrupted by Suzanne Kaysen. I wanted to read this. It's a very short read, so I could probably finish it pretty quickly. This is also a movie. I like movies, if you couldn't tell. If you couldn't tell, I like movies. This is a movie with Angelina Jolie, Winona Ryder, and I never remember her name, but she's also in it. And it takes place in a psychiatric center or psych ward, for lack of a better term. Highly recommend the movie. So we'll see if I recommend the book as well. I'm very excited for this. So these were the 4 books that I picked up yesterday at BookCulture. that were not a part of the bag sale. And these, I think I paid $20 for these. Four books, $20. It's not bad. It's not bad. And the cool thing about BookCulture is that they do sell used books, which is nice because, you know, you're not throwing away books, you're not ruining books, which I think is perfect. And they do sell the used books for a cheaper price, which is super nice. This is the next stack of books. These I all got for $21 at BookCulture. Bring your own tote bag. I'm telling you, if you live in New York City, follow BookCulture on Instagram. Watch their stories, because that is where they will be posting when they do these sales. Trust me, it's so worth it. This is not sponsored or whatever, but I highly recommend it. Oof. First book I picked up was Moonbrow. This cover is stunning, okay? This is Moonbrow by, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce your name, sir, but there you are. This originally was written in Persian because the author is Iranian, which I think is pretty cool. Before he enlisted in a war, before he enlisted as a soldier in the Iran-Iraq war and disappeared, Amir Yamini was a carefree playboy whose only concerns were seducing women and riling his religious family. This also takes place in a mental hospital for a short period of time, which is pretty cool. Amir is haunted by the vision of a mysterious woman whose face he cannot see. The crescent moon on her forehead shines brightly, like in the picture. He named her Moonbrow because she's got a moon on her eyebrow. So clever, Amir. Amir decides there's only one solution. He must return to the battlefield and find the remains of his severed arm and discover its secrets. I'm here for a war story, so I'm very excited to read this. The next book is, I want to say it's called Stony River. Yes, Stony River by Tricia Dower. Doesn't that look spooky? She's coming out a window. This takes place in the 1950s. I love a throwback. Absent mothers, controlling fathers, biblical injunctions, teenage longing, and small town pretense abound. The threat of violence is all around. Angry fathers at home, dirty boys in the neighborhood, strange men in cars, one dead girl, one hidden, and another one missing. This checks all the boxes. This checks all the boxes for me. We love dead girls. We love missing people. We love dirty boys. That's what I said. Moving on. The next book. I'm excited for that. I think that might be the first one I read out of these. But I also have 200 books up there that I gotta read. So we'll see. Next book I picked up was I Am Forbidden by Anouk. That's the author's name. If you know how to say that, please let me know. Because I don't. Sweeping from Central European countryside before World War II to Paris to contemporary Williamsburg, Brooklyn, I Am Forbidden brings life to 4 generations of one Satmar family. In 1939 Transylvania, 5-year-old Joseph witnesses the murder of his family by the Romanian Iron Guard and is rescued by a Gentile maid who raises him as her own son. Need I say more? That is all I read, and I was like, put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. War story, old-timey people. Well, not really old-timey. It's 1930s. It's not even 100 years ago. But still, and she takes this child in as her own. But why? But why? I don't need any more information. I'm going to read it and I'll find out. And I will tell you when I find out. Next book. Trigger. By N. Griffin. This looks like... This looks very spooky. I'm very excited. For forever, Dee Dee has had to be the best at anything her father demanded of her. We love a controlling father. The fastest runner, the master at chess, the keenest shot. If not, he denies her food, clothes, kindness, and he claims he loves her. It's why he pushes her. To be ready, prepared for anything. Ready to... ... Well, the thing is, Dee Dee is terrified of what he may ask for next. but Dee Dee might be more prepared than her father ever expects. Dee Dee is gonna get her lick back. I'm sorry. That just came out of me. This sounds good. It's short too, so I'm not too terrified of it. Unlike some of these other books. This one is, she's thick. She's thick. She's not so thick. But that sounds very, very interesting. And the next one, how cute is this cover? How cute is this? And then on the side and on the back it has sunflowers. These are not sunflowers. These are daisies. But how cute. That's what got my attention in the first place. Daisies. I love daisies. This is Pure by Rebecca Ray. Pure is about 14, the age when you know everything except when you don't know anything. It's about first love, the end of innocence, and realizing your family perhaps isn't as happy or your parents as together as you thought. It's about the cool friend for whom everything seems effortless and the impossibly embarrassing friend you're nice to when your cool friends can't see. It's about the 27-year-old man who flirts with you when he sells your dad your overpriced birthday stereo. Except he actually calls. And it's about what happens after. Oh! Spicy. Dad's best friend? No, Jada, no. That sounds super, super interesting. It sounds to me like he's grooming her. Not that we are appropriate, grooming is appropriate, but still, I like I said for this one, I like trauma. So this is going to be very, very exciting, and I also think it's going to be like a play on her name. Her name is Pure. This creepy, creepy, creepy guy is going to come and make her impure. I'm just saying. This is Crow Lake by Mary Lawson. Slow burning story set in the wild terrain of northern Ontario where heartbreak, hardship are mirrored in the landscape. For the farming pie family, life is a Greek tragedy where the sins of the fathers are visited on the sons and terrible events occur off stage. Center stage are the Morrisons, whose tragedy looks more immediate if less brutal, but is in reality insidious and divisive. I promise I actually read books, but my vocabulary is just not up to par. And then now a zoologist, Miss Kate Morrison can identify organisms under a microscope but seems to be blind to the state of her own emotional life. And she thinks she's outgrown her siblings. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this sounds good. Also a little bit of trauma. More drama than trauma, but I'm here for it. Ooh, the font is a little tiny. More drama than trauma, but I'm still excited for this one. Crow Lake by Mary Lawson. Next we have Some Hell by Patrick Nathan. Colin's family is dissolving in the aftermath of his father's suicide. Okay, so definitely check your trigger warnings if you're going to read this, obviously. While his mother Diane retreats into therapy and cynicism, Colin clings to every shred of normal life. Shunned by his siblings, rejected by his homophobic best friend, he seems to immerse himself in the notebooks that his father left behind. A novel of aching intensity somehow shows how unspeakable tragedy shapes a life and how imagination saves us from ourselves. I feel like I'm going to learn from this one. I don't know if it's a memoir. No, it's not. It's not. I lied. I think I'm going to learn from this though. Definitely think I'm going to learn something from that. Not that I don't learn when I read, but because I do. But I feel like that one's going to have a way heavier message than the other ones. So the next one is by an African-American author, Push. Ding, 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 you're right. This is a movie. Good job. It has Chris Evans, aka Captain America. That movie's old. I've loved that movie. Me and my brother love that movie. I didn't even read the synopsis. I'm gonna be very quite honest with you. I just knew. I was like, Push, give it to me. So let's see. Precious Jones, an illiterate 16-year-old, has up until now been invisible. Trigger warnings for this one. Invisible to the father who rapes her and the mother who batters her, and to the authorities who dismiss her. This is not the movie that I thought it was. This is not the movie. But when Precious, pregnant with a second child by her father, meets a determined, highly radical teacher, we follow her. Oh my god, this is gonna be traumatic. This is not the movie that I just told you it was. I promise. The movie's not like this. In the movie, they got superpowers. She don't got superpowers. This is gonna be good. This is the author, Sapphire. I want to say Sapphire. That's what it says on the bottom. So that's what I'm gonna assume. Shit. I wasn't expecting that. This one is huge. The font is even tinier. So this is A Man in Love. I think this is another one of those books that was translated from another language. I don't know what language though. By Karl something. There's a name in case you need it. So this book is about leaving your wife and everything you know. It is about fresh starts, about love, about friendship. It is also about the earth-shattering experience of becoming a father, the mundane struggles of family life, ridiculously unsuccessful holidays, humiliating antenatal music classes, fights with quarrelsome neighbors. This book is about one man's life, but somehow about everyone else's too. I just thought it kind of sounded spooky. I'm kind of hoping something scary happens. And this picture reminds me of The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. So, we'll see. This one is Sea Glass by Anita Shreve. I want to say Shreve. This color palette is so pretty. Ugh. This one is a romance, okay? I got one romance. Be proud of me. Be proud of me. Because everything up there is romance. So, New Hampshire, 1929. When Sexton Beecher proposes to Honora Willard, he lays aside his flaws as one might overlook a small stain in a beautifully embroidered tablecloth. But as the couple begins their new life in the house at Fortune's Rocks, their love is about to be tested to the limit. For the Wall Street crash has as little time for dreams as it does mill workers at nearby Eli Falls, who are readying for strike, whatever the consequences. This sounds like they're not going to agree to me. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's kind of vague, which I kind of like, but 1929 romance story. It sounds to me like they're gonna have some issues, but what married couple doesn't? Am I right? All married couples struggle. And then the last book that I picked up was The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albon. I picked this up just because a lot of people are like, oh my god, this book changed my life. Oh my god, this is my favorite book. And I do have up there in my library Tuesdays with Morrie. I haven't read it yet, but my mom liked that book, and I thought maybe, hey, doesn't hurt to have more by the same author, right? So that's what this is. This is... So, like I said, these books were used, so it's kind of cool because you see little notes from people. This note was super sweet, too, so that was cool. Eddie is a grizzled war veteran who feels trapped in a meaningless life of fixing rides at a seaside amusement park. As the park has changed over the years from the loop to the pipeline plunge, so too has Eddie changed from optimistic youth to embittered old age. His days are dull, routine, and loneliness and regret. Then on his 83rd birthday, Eddie dies in a tragic car accident trying to save a little girl from falling cart. With his final breath, he feels 2 small hands in his, and then nothing. He awakens in the afterlife, where he learns that heaven is not a lush Garden of Eden, but a place where your earthly life is explained to you by 5 people who were in it. These people may have been loved ones or distant strangers, yet each of them changed their path forever. So, yeah, that is The 5 People We Meet in Heaven. This is going to be pretty interesting. I was actually talking to my dad the other day about, like, the afterlife and stuff. I'm not going to get into those theories because I could talk about it for hours. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that one. Alright, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, these were the books that I got this weekend. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these or these, and let me know what your thoughts were on them. I'm super excited to get to those. I actually do have another video coming out after this one. Not sure how many days after or whatever. It's gonna be specifically on books that I ordered from Pango Books. If you use Pango Books, let me know what your thoughts are on them, because I love Pango Books. It's my new obsession. So yeah, all of those books will be from Pango Books, and then after that video, not even, after the last book comes in, I will be on a strict book buying haul until June 10th specifically, and then I will reinstate the book buying haul. It is currently May 15th. So but yeah, so let me know if you've read any of these. If you want to read any of these together with me, just let me know. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you've read, what you haven't read, what you want to read, what you want to read with me down below in the comments. I will have all the information, all these books and their authors in the description as well. All of my social medias will be in the description as well. So that's everything. So I hope you have a wonderful day, morning, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. And I hope your day is out of this world. Love you. Bye.